Go7 king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7 king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7 king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7.
Oh my gosh, what happened to my chat? Why is it a weird size? Did they like change the size of the chat box? Okay, I guess we'll be like this. Oh. Okay. Hello, everybody. Go7, King of the Penguins, here with another chill stream. What's a chill stream, you ask? Stay tuned and find out. But spoilers, it's pretty awesome, so you'll want to be here. Well, thank you, Chest, for the amazing intro. You're very good at writing those. Am I a Sturm Recon? That's true. Sturm Recons are chillin' like villains. I thought I saw a High Funds game earlier, but it must have ended. One. Dark Raider versus... Oh. Dark Raider versus Rich Ranger. And Jugger versus... Jake. Yellow comment. How am I on this fine night? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'll say that. I've been making sure to take very chill jobs. Preparation for the teachers going on strike. If there's anyone who's trying to become a para-educator or even just subbing for them, I would recommend going to the transition programs, assuming your school district has them. That's when you're working with students age 18 to 21, and it's mostly just focusing on transitioning them into like living real, quote-unquote, real lives, you know, getting a job and all that fun stuff. It's a very chill experience in comparison to working at a middle school, for instance. Do I still play live games? Sometimes. Sometimes. I'm an old penguin. I can only get beat up so many times. Rusty. Para-educating sounds amazing. How high do you jump from? Typically... Well, sometimes you jump Sometimes you have to go on trampolines. I guess that kind of counts, but I know what you're saying. Thinking like a paratrooper. Sometimes you have to hop a fence, so that's a couple feet. It's very important to always have your badge that says that you are a school employee. Yeah, life's hard for those seeking higher education. It's true. It's looking pretty nice for Dark Raider. Free count is looking healthy at 18. There is an army coming in from Rich Ranger that could be a problem, but it can kind of quickly overextend into the airport. Never underestimate how valuable a well-placed battlecopter can be. That's very true. Walling in Advanced Wars is very, very strong. By the way, when screen update from starting soon? What do you mean? Are you still looking at this? If you're still seeing starting soon, then fresh. Yeah, we need more people playing live queue. Dark Raider's backing up. Overall, the captures. Good. I didn't update for you. Ah, I see. But you can still hear me. That's weird. I'm going to be going to anime convention, and I've decided to dress up as Professor Oak. I figured it should be very easy to change a Professor Oak costume into everything except the lab coat, pretty much. It's just school wear later on. Granny Smith apples? I do like Granny Smith apples, but I still stick to the pink ladies every day. I'm going as Ash's real dad? Is that a theory? I still think that Jugger is stronger than pretty much everyone in Tier 4. But, you know, Jake does get the extra movement from the super, so we'll see. Game theory. You don't see Ash's dad? That's true. And the only male role model in Pallet Town is Oak. Gary is close to his own age, but Gary is Oak's grandson, right? I can set up events later on to do for people to play me, but that's not what the chill streams are. Me, it's not very chill if I'm having to fight for my life. Especially because I can't really pay attention to chat if I'm fighting. Gary's too young to be Ash's dad. That's true. Who's Gary's uncle? I thought Oak was Gary's. Oh, Oak is Ash's dad, so Ash is Gary's uncle. That's okay, that's true. It works like that. Dude, Gary's where it's at. Aren't they like 9 or no, they're 10? And Gary's like driving around in a car and everything. That's a very impressive 10-year-old. Our creator is ahead when it comes to time pretty nicely. It looks like also going to be ahead in captures, as this one will get finished, and then Dark Raider will be able to deny this one. Gary Oak does have game. Smell you later, man. That's what he says in the game. Yeah, Dark definitely has a good hold of the front. We'll see how Rich Ranger decides to approach. Oh, this is a fairly safe hit. Nothing really hits that tank in response. We do have a nice setup here from Rich Ranger with the artillery, kind of setting up for a capture here and then being able to fire whenever he tries to. It's like his grandpa. Now, Dark Ranger can try and use indirects to zone. Rich Ranger can use indirects to zone, kind of like using beatdown as a pressure tool. Is while Dark Raider will have a lot of breakthrough potential with the powers, there's no movement boost to them, so they can still get kind of zoned out with artillery. That is true. Trigger is up quite a few units. Part of it's going to be more copters. Jugger also has one more kill, so it's just copter and kill. That's done it so far. I don't think anyone will I don't think anyone will recognize me as King of the Penguins there. I did think about just dressing up in a giant, well, going in my natural penguin form, I should say. With a nice gold crown. If I do anything like that, I'll have a little announcement so people can come meet the King of the Penguins. You got Poland, nice. Yeah, kind of like the inflatable trucks. I would be at the West Coast. Probably. I mean, I might travel. I chose Poland. Poland is playing late. It would definitely be cool to have an in-person Advance Wars event. You can have live play face-to-face. live queues do get more active when I stream it. Yeah. There's no rest for the wicked. Ah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Villains can't chill too much. But you know, the wicked aren't so much villains, right? At least not in that song. Stimulating the advanced wars by web economy. 2 a.m. in Poland? Well, I don't know if it was ever confirmed that Poland lives in Poland. They might be just from Poland. Or somewhere else. That's true. Well, if enough people came to the live event, we could do that with a whole bunch of people dressed up as the different units, and then have the commanders dressed up as their COs and telling the units to go to their places, and have the units actually... Well, I don't know if we'd have the units roll the dice, or we'd have some sort of judge rolling the dice for the luck damage. That would be quite the event. Poland is the entire soul of the country. Manifest as a good Advance Force player. You're probably one of the rare players who mixes infantry and mechs. You can... I think they usually get mixed, but the mechs tend to have transports. So they make it to the fronts fast. They don't usually walk with the infantry. You don't main Sammy or Sensei? Well, there's quite a few COs that can use mechs well. Like Jess, Andy, Adder, Cole, anyone that's got some sort of movement boost. Or in the case of Andy, a heal and a movement boost is really nice with them. Sturm mechs are kind of iffy. They don't really benefit from his perfect movement because they already have perfect movement, but it does also help them be just a little less fragile. Yeah, the move power COs can use this very effectively. You'd like to be an Andy Mega? I don't know if I want to be an Andy Mega, because those, with other people's Megas, they might get hit and like get to survive at low health. But if they're going after an Andy Mega, they're gonna kill the Andy Mega. You don't hit an Andy Mega down to low. Just Mega for the win. Just Megas are pretty good. Can't deny it. Oh, so Rich Ranger ended up retreating from this situation with the artillery lock. I guess it wasn't quite enough support. You're gonna be the GG pipe runner at the end of the game. Your reaction to mech spam is a good litmus test to tell how decent of an Advanced Wars player you are. The less irritated you are by it, the better you probably are. I guess that's true. I'm certainly not irritated by mech spam. Yeah, I think the Rich Ranger is trying to get Dark Raider overextend, would be my guess. Could be scared of luck. I thought about Go7 enamel pins. I don't know what that means. The only enamel I know of is tooth enamel. It would be very hardcore for there to be Go7 tooth enamel pins. I guess it's kind of like braces. Well, if the rich ranger's too scared to push in, it's going to become a problem just because they're going to run out of time. I could definitely, if you mean just pins, I could do that. Oh, yeah. I could make it. I imagine I could make it. If that's something people are actually interested in. Gotta collect them all. Tabitha War Tank. Hop inside and be nearly unkillable. Tabitha War Tanks are definitely strong. Ooh, Dark Raider. Going for attack over here. Definitely gonna be a bloody fight because most of the vehicles for both players are in this region. If it escalates. Although it seems really easy to overextend on this map because this airport is so far forward. It can already build a copter in range of this. So I guess the real threat is if Dark Raider can like get this copter to hit from this river with something else, so an anti-air can then pop whatever is built up the port. That would be pretty scary. Although right now there's like a channel that's gonna allow a tank to come and hit this anti-air. Doesn't seem very good. I guess it's pretty easy to reinforce this. Bases are just kind of we'll see how it goes down. If Dark Raider is able to maintain this kind of infantry count when the powers come online, then Rich Ranger is going to be in a lot of trouble, especially if Dark Raider starts building like medium tanks. Well, you can't use artillery to kind of zone them. They'll only last so long. Yeah, we've got a wall, and then just a break in the wall. Rich Ranger is just going to go for a counterattack over here. There is only a tank. Well, and a recon. The Jugger recon, though. Those seems to be nasty. Okay. A little back. Oh. Ooh, got the kill. 7 damage. It is from the planes. Copter ditched. That does heavily imply we're going to do a counterattack move. Just on the other side of the map. Bunch of tanks over here. Yeah, Ridge Ranger. Because if Ridge Ranger is saying no, it sends too much stuff over here to do a counterattack, that's just going to happen too slow, and Dark Raider will just slam in over here. You have to spend like 2 turns moving units. You can't like attack at the exact same time. Yeah, that neutral city, it puts a lot of pressure on Rich Ranger, because Rich Ranger is not as rich as Dark Raider. Okay. Yeah, how Dark Raider or Rich Ranger decides to wall over here. We do have the copter and the tank. The anti-air isn't in range to hit this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can only go to there. Could get a copter strike, assuming this somehow gets cleared out, and then this anti-air gets blocked off. Artillery aren't quite covering this yet, and the tank isn't either, so only this anti-air is here to punish a tank strike back. A little awkward. Okay. This does look like a turn that Dark Raider might start throwing haymakers. A little odd. Okay, I guess that's okay. I thought this was in range of the tank, but of course, that's fine. Anti-air probably won't go after the recon, not with a tank there. Wow, that's unlucky. 6-6 trade. Probably should have gone in with this guy because he's further back. Don't think it. I guess it kind of matters. If you went with this guy, then copter plus that guy could kill this infantry, and then this would be able to block this mountain. You could completely surround the copter on the mountain to protect it from the anti-air, but I don't think that would be a very good play. More of a something you could do play. Penguins need to be about 20% luckier. They're trying their best. Okay. Again, really need to strike with the furthest back penguins, because now there's no one to follow that up. Assuming they want to. Definitely need another anti-air over here. If you're attacking into an airport. At least 2. Both because otherwise they can set it up where they trade one copter for your anti-air, and then they just flood you with copters. And also, if they ever build a bomber, one anti-air isn't enough to deal with that. Buddy system. Where you're kind of just walking up. We have the death ball approach here, where like the juicy, valuable vehicles are in the center. There's just a crust of infantry. This works best when the opponent doesn't have infantry themselves in range to deal with your infantry walls, so that they have to use vehicles to hit your infantry, and then your vehicles. We'll see how it goes. Thin crust death balls, yeah. 4, 5, 6. Pretty tough to kill this infantry though, so I don't think the anti-air will be. Well, there's gonna be a lot of attacks happening over here. So we'll see how bad it is for Rich Range Reggie at the end of this turn. If you like the stream, you can like it. I haven't been too focused on that kind of thing. Ooh, wow. A very brave copter. I want to say that must be like a misclick, but maybe there's some sort of breakthrough that requires this guy down here at this health. We have like 5, 6. Okay. Kill there, then the anti-air kills. One of the 5 health infantry's gone. Join somewhere else. Dark Raider's gonna have a very nice turn. Ooh, wow. Rich Ranger got that kill. It was a 20% and a 10%. Far from guaranteed, but unfortunately there's no follow-up. Attack from the city. I think we're going to be seeing a Jugger normal power next turn. We'll have quite a few hits. Well, welcome, Fluff. So we are having this counterattack going on. Captain with 3 health isn't a real threat, of course. It is in the way. Go! Okay. A little weird. These guys are abandoning the counterattack. They're coming in with a flank. I would not be surprised if Rich Ranger is going to have the super next turn. Oh, very, very bold to build double tank over here instead of building units from here when there's a pretty close RE. Very happy with this. Okay. Was ready to see some luck rolls. I think you could probably just use the artillery to kill this. I'll give you enough charge for normal power. Yeah, assuming that's what Dark Raider wants. There we go. Jugger's overclock. Now it's very tempting to go infantry first in these attacks, but it's better to go tank first, tank strike first. You get better guaranteed damage, and then the infantry can just kind of go after the injured units. So even if they roll low, they take less counterattack damage, recoil. I would use the infantry against the injured units instead, and just have the tanks go after the vehicles. Wow, I would have thought the anti-air would go after this copter. There's plenty of infantry to kill off that infantry. And this other tank could have anti-air. Yeah, see, that's why you want to usually lead with a vehicle hit first. It's still probably worth it to have the copters hit the copters. Also, usually with Jugger, you would have the anti-air go for its attacks before you use your power, because it already one-shots. The power just unlocks the possibility to miss the one shot. That's a nice luck roll there with the copter. Still good, but not as lucky first time. Definitely gave Rich Ranger a super. I would say the Jugger play could have had the better use of the infantry in for the most part in this attack. But I mean, they're still gonna be good walls here. I would be surprised if all the live queue maps have safe HQs, just because there's so many live queue maps. I'm not so sure about attacking in here with the tank. Double artillery. Mr. Penguin, do you have any simple advice on how to properly balance taking good engagements, making progress towards overall map objectives, and managing opponents' power bar charges? Yeah. So the best way to do all of that is to offer up hits to your opponent that look free but aren't. Like, they go in and they hit you, and because they're hitting you and doing more damage to you, you've got more charge than your opponent. And because you are deciding where they're hitting you, you get to kind of control the positioning of their army, which can mean you can draw them away from whatever map objective you want. And it means you can get them to overextend, which will give you a good advantage. You gotta embrace the expendability of units in Advanced Wars to get the fights you want. When you're at the lower ranks, you just kind of rely on your opponent to make mistakes, and then at the higher ranks, you want to try and convince your opponent that they're making either you made a mistake or that they're finding a good play. Some of the often the kind of thing you'll see me do in games is I will put a copter in range of their anti-air, just kind of in the middle of the map. And their anti-air comes and kills the copter, and then my tanks kill their anti-air, and I have another copter that comes over. And so they don't have any anti-airs for my copter, I just win that region. And then because I lose a copter and they lose an anti-air, I'm also ahead in charge, which is pretty nice. I think the Jugger was planning on one-shotting that soldier, but still, I personally don't want to attack that artillery. Yeah. It could be very interesting playing Plexios. Yeah, you'll see that kind of thing all the time. It's just like the free hit in quotation marks. It's something you probably do against the AI a lot. Or at least I did against the AI a lot, where I'd be like, oh, look, there is an APC you can attack. It just happens to be heavily defended, and then they send units to kill the APC. I do not like fighting against Eagle. I think Eagle is the CO I hate fighting against the most. It's just so labor intensive. I have too much faith in you. I think it's gotta be Eagles. His super is just way too strong. Oh. Stream lag for a second there. Hopefully it just stays too scary of a super. I mean, the anti-airs did pop those copters, which was pretty good. But as we're seeing here, value and unit count wise, it's kind of just ending even, which is not how you want the game to look after you use your super. All right, Fluffy, what's your one class that goes on? Trigger isn't equal to Flak. Trigger has a wider range of attack by 5% on his basic attacks, and then his supers also have a wider range. But on quote-unquote average, they're the same. I prefer Jugger to Flak because I find that the high rolls matter more than slightly more consistency. Because there's a lot of attacks that having more negative doesn't matter. Like when infantry attack vehicles, it doesn't really matter if you have more negative, assuming there's more, like it comes with more positives. Your higher, like your high rolls can do a lot more damage, but your low rolls will still be the same amount for low rolls. Surprised, I thought the tank would stay here just to heal. This guy's gonna be like attacking again. At least I assume so. You're gonna be a math teacher? Hey, Fluffy, so am I. Foundations of Education class. Wow. You have tanks that can come in and hit this anti-air. You're looking all right. How would you describe the foundations of education in less than 200 characters? Is that Fluffy? What? Tank didn't go after the anti-air? Timers are getting kind of low here. So the play will get sloppier and sloppier. Just giving Fluffy a serious question. Okay, that's pretty cute. Assuming this infantry survives the anti-air hit. Copter. Things are looking pretty nice for Jugger. Bet 10. Message vanished. No longer betting 10 apparently. Minutes, 5 or 6 minutes ish. As they resign. GG, Rich Ranger. GG. Old stats. Wow, the kills to death were actually shockingly even in number. Though obviously more vehicles died. Rich Ranger. There was just way more production from Dark Raider, I guess. To get this lopsided unit count. We got Live, Love, Lash. We have Docile